It's the Corona Cero post-show, day number 2 of the Corona Cero Open J-Bay. We had a big day of competition here at J-Bay. It was a beautiful day, epic surf to talk of, and we got a lot to fill you in on today at this Corona Cero post-show. Remember, Corona Cero, drink it anytime, 0% APV, all natural ingredients. We like it with limes just like this. That's Rosie Hodge, she's wonderful. That's the articulate Jessie Mendez, and I happen to be Caity Simmers. And I'm gonna start with you, Jessie. What a day.
It was incredible. The waves were firing this morning. Obviously, we had a little bit of an onshore wind, which was predictable already, but everyone still ripped. Connor earlier in the last heat was smashing, but yeah, hands down to Yago for that full rotation and the big Jordy. We're
going to go over all of that stuff. Rosie, you got to be so proud of your homeland over here because it's been delivering, and it's absolutely beautiful.
Oh, I'm so proud. I think everyone was down here on the beach today, some of the biggest crowds that I've ever seen, and everyone's surf IQ was firing. They were all down supporting the local crew, but also so amped to see the internationals. So, yeah, big ups to the South African crowd that showed up today. Yeah, there was a lot of energy, and we had, we had South African on South African battle. We're going to get into that with Luke Thompson and Jordy Smith. But first, let's look at our opening round this morning, heat number 6 with Leo Fioravanti, Griffin Colapinto, and Rio Waida. That heat was a very close heat and just got decided, very much in the last minutes of that heat. Let's take a look here at that opening round heat with Griff and Leo. Jessie, Leo, pretty much taking control.
I feel like there's probably a lot of people that were debating who won that heat because I actually went into the contest area and it was such a close heat and both of them surfed so well, but just instinct. Leo just very powerful, cut into the water so nicely, mixing it up with the barrel, and always the finishes were very strong, as you see it right here. Massive finish on that wave. Beautiful surfing for Leo.
Yeah, he's been one to tangle with this year. He's always bringing high scores and high-stake heat. But Griffin Colapinto, debatable, right?
Well, we're talking about, Leo getting an 8-point ride on that open exchange. And then this one from Griffin was the 7.8. So the exchange right there tipping in Leo's favor. But it really was just a knife edge of who was in favored with every exchange that we saw from both of these surfers.
And all of these waves were kind of back-to-back as well. Like, obviously, this one more in the beginning of the heat, but then the other exchange, which is the one that I'm talking about, as Leo is taking off on that wave, the bigger waves are like right on the end, and those surfers came on the first one, the one came on the wave behind, and it's just very aggressive and fun to watch.
Look at these waves, Rosie.
Absolutely firing this morning, and this aggressive attack for the 813 from Leo was just insane. And then you got to compare it to Griffin Colapinto's 787. He takes off behind Leo and really lays it on rail on this one.
Look at the drive through this layback right here. You see it, so many people just stomping on the back foot and relaying on the fins, but right there he made sure he was using every inch of that inside rail that he had left. So beautiful work, very critical from both of those surfers, and man, I'm glad both of them are going to have another chance the next day.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, we did lose Rio Waida in the elimination round, but with this close finish between Leo Fioravanti and Griffin Colapinto, just a note, Griffin did survive his elimination round heat, so we're going to see both Fioravanti and Colapinto in that round of 16.
Yeah, I mean, and there's a really outstanding performance from both of those guys, but it was cool to see Leo get one back on Griffin. Just before we went into that heat, we watched Griffin get the 10-point ride in Margaret River and take out Leo Fioravanti. So I'm sure that victory was so sweet for Leo.
Yeah, they've had some great battles, right?
And it feels like Leo's the type of guy that a lot of times gets the short end of the stick, have a lot of close heats but doesn't go his way, and this time is going. I'm sure he's excited and proud and moving forward.
Yeah, I agree with you. Leo Fioravanti has had a lot of high-scoring heats, and they've been so high-scoring, but still just not getting the nudge, and that's got to be, break your spirit just a little bit, but that was a good one for Leo, and he's building momentum here in J-Bay. Well, right now, a guy that survived the last heat of the day and is building momentum, the goofy foot, he was throwing down hammers. I'm talking about Connor O'Leary. Let's hear from Connor after his elimination round when he's with Jess Starling.
I'm calling Connor the magician this afternoon, finding 7.5 this afternoon when everyone else was struggling to get sixes.
Oh, I don't know where that wave came from, but yeah, keep it simple, stupid, I guess. Waves are horrible. Yeah. Hopefully we'll never have to surf like that again. It just deteriorated real fast, but looking at the forecast, we had to run heats today and bang them all out, so it puts us in a better position for the last few days of the swell. So yeah, got it done. Got to get through those grindy ones, and yeah, hopefully next one the conditions are a little better.
Yeah, you're going to reap the rewards in the next round. It's going to be perfect. We're going to see Connor going upside down on his back end, and the world's going to smile when that happens.
Hopefully. I embarrassed myself pretty hard this morning. I fell on the takeoff on like a crazy good wave, so that was a little better. And yeah, it's a little momentum shifter, and yeah, a bit of confidence into the next one for sure.
And I'm going to do it. I'm going to let you send a message home to Romy Girl and Steph.
Oh yeah, yeah. Steph, you're an absolute power woman, you know, staying at home while I'm traveling doing this. Yeah, she's means the world to me, and you know, she's doing all the hard work at home. So yeah, I'm just trying to do as best as I can here, so it makes it worthwhile for me to go home and yeah, spend a lot of quality time with Romy and Steph. So yeah. Thanks, Steph. Love you. Probably not watching because it's middle of the night, and to be honest, who would have watched that heat anyway? But yeah, hopefully, yeah, we'll go into the next one with a little bit better waves, and yeah, it should be fun.
We'll tell her to watch the interview on the replay then. Thanks, Connor.
Now sit back, watch the Springboks.
Oh man, that's good stuff. Hey. It's a full day. I told you we're giving you a full day of competition. We started here in the dark. We just ended in the dark. The last interview's in the dark.
And we got to see some black oyster catchers flying home.
That's what those were. The black oyster catchers.
Yeah.
They're beautiful birds. Well, changing the subject off of birds into the women's elimination round, because we had a matchup of a two-time world champion the way of Tyler Wright up against just the prodigy of Aaron Brooks, Rosie. And this was a challenge for Tyler Wright because Aaron Brooks was attacking.
She was, and Tyler kind of said she got a little bit mad in the beginning stages of this heat, just questioning the priority, attacking and coming back. I mean, Erin just seemed like she was coming into this event with a lot of momentum. The rookie on tour really figuring out this wave so quickly.
This is like leopard versus leopard in this heat, Jesse.
Literally, and I mean, she makes a name for the wetsuit. The way she just transitions throughout the turns and acceleration in the turn itself, you can see she's always gaining speed, so aggressive. But it was just down to this last wave of Tyler Wright, kind of a smaller wave. Erin lets it go by, kind of like, sounded like it was very smart at the time because it was a small wave, but the wave just kept peeling and Tyler Wright just kept providing amazing turns. That's some of the best surfing I've seen her do. Best surfing in this event so far. Beautiful carves. Changing rail to tail all the time. Just had that one little wobble that kind of set herself up to failure in the end, but Erin feeling bummed right that she let that wave go.
Yeah, Tyler got it. She needed like a 6.6 and got a 7.07 right at the last minute. And we're going to see Tyler Wright moving on into the quarterfinals. There's the numbers right there, and there's that valuable 7.7 that Tyler was able to get on the last wave of the heat.
And good to hear from her in that post-heat interview. She's been struggling with hip and back pain, and it's finally starting to feel a little bit better. So a healthy Tyler Wright is dangerous.
Yeah, on a roll, you know, and this is a place where we look at Tyler and her finishes here. She's finaled here. Last time she surfed here, she was in the semifinals. She's one that's kind of due for a victory here at J-Bay if she keeps on putting stuff together like she is so far in this event.
And that's that kind of way that ignites that momentum. And I mean, even an injured Tyler Wright is dangerous. The woman is, yeah, unpredictable and really a threat.
Well, we started the elimination round with an incredible heat. It was two South Africans out there, Jordy Smith and Luke Thompson. And this, Jesse, to me, was the heat so far of the event.
Yeah, I agree with you. Just how Jordy was able to mix it up on this first wave, and you're thinking about it all. Jordy is going to get away very easily in this heat going against someone that doesn't have experience on the tour level. Beautiful power surfing for the big bro right there. Finish it off strong, but then Luke just answered even better.
Yeah, Luke got a 7.83 on the first exchange.
And that's, I mean, a huge, when you break down the heat and you're taking away the positives, to beat Jordy on an opening exchange, I mean, that's massive. And Luke did so well keeping pace with Jordy the whole way. This heat was so interesting. I mean, after this exchange, we went on wildlife hold, so there was a lot that went on here.
Yeah, really composed there and broke his board right at the beginning. Jordy fought back though, Jesse, and just went excellent.
Yeah, right there. That first little hiccup maybe for a guy like Jordy, how much we expect from him. But after that, it was just damage after damage. One turn better than the other. And you can see that he gains momentum and apply even more pressure. Each turn, bringing the board back around, using that rail. to the most extension that he could. And then it felt like the wave was going to close out. Not for him. Massive floater, comes back around and finish it off with a combo of 2 nice turns.
He mentioned that he surfed this wave almost into his living room. He's like, his home just near the end keyhole there. So
and then Luke fought back. 8-1-3, Rosie.
Yeah, insane. He needed about an 8-6 to turn the heat on Jordy, and he got so close.
Yeah, that's some solid surfing. Like, I'm excited to see this kid do some more damage even on the Challenger Series. This type of surfing, it's going to suit very well on the World Tour.
And, you know, you have surfers on the Championship Tour that are full-time that struggle to get excellent scores from the judges. So just to get that 8-1, 8-1-3 against Jordy, I mean, massive accomplishment.
Yeah, bright future for the young South African Luke Thompson, number 2 on the Challenger Series currently, and looking good in his effort to get onto the Championship Tour. But it's the Big Brew, like you said, went really excellent there. 16.43, that 9.43 was just outstanding.
Yeah, connected the wave, the pace, like everything that we spoke about him previously, he did it on that heat and on that wave. Just great pace, knows the wave exactly every inch of it.
Well, that leads us to the Sealand wave of the day. And the wave of the day, which one could it be?
Well, we had Yago Dora was insane, and Jordy Smith was, you know, both those surfers throwing down 9s, but cool to see the brew.
Yeah, he was a 1/10 of a point higher at 9.43 versus the 9.33 for Yago Dora, but this was inspiring.
That
Jesse.
second car was so impressive, but I feel like I spoke about this wave about 10 times today. It's just, but it doesn't really get old. Better and better every time you look, just clean rails throughout the whole pace of the wave. And we're talking about for you to keep your concentration on a wave that is 10 seconds long, it's one thing, but that wave was about 40 seconds. So
this surprise section at the end, just getting over that, I thought the wave was over, and he got 2 more snaps in.
And just the bottom turns, how he generates speeds and momentum to get on the right timing, and it never feels like he's catching up to the wave. It's so impressive.
Yeah, that was impressive stuff. It was a great day of surfing. What's going to happen tomorrow? What's going to happen with the rest of our event window? Well, we always call up Surfline and see what they have to say. Let's take a look at our Surfline forecast for tomorrow and a few days out. See what's happening here. There at J-Bay. Rosie, looks like there's some action.
Yeah, we still got a lot of activity, a lot of energy making its way to J-Bay. I think we're still going to see remnants of this swell tomorrow, Jesse, but there's so much to look forward to on the longer range forecast.
Yeah, there's definitely, tomorrow is a tough day because it looks like there's still going to be some potential of like solid waves. We see sets out the back here, but just the wind is not the best for tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
But then it gets better later on, which the waves are going to drop already.
I see that right there. Sideshore in the morning and then, you know, offshore in the afternoon. So we're good. We're going to be playing a game. You know, keep in touch. You know, just go to worldsurfleague.com, check on all the updates and see how we go tomorrow. One thing that we do, Rosie, and you know, you've inspired a lot of young women, and we continue to do that at a lot of the stops. That J-Bay's no exception. We had the Rising Tides here, and I think it was a great event.
Yeah, really awesome turnout, and it's just been cool to see that next generation of young South African women get involved and get to rub shoulders with their heroes. I think they surfed down at Point, trading waves, and yeah, it's been just so cool just to get the froth from all of the groms as you walk up and down this contest structure, and everyone's just enjoying their time here.
So good. Let's take a look at the J-Bay edition of the Rising Tides.
I know that most of you girls have been on the beach since about 9 o'clock waiting to see some of your heroes. I really want you to have fun, enjoy this time. When I was your age, we didn't get an opportunity like this. So a big thank you to WSL. Welcome to Jeffreys Bay for the 2025 WSL Rising Tides. And we're here to celebrate women surfing. We're here to empower the future generation, not just from South Africa, but from other African countries as well.
There's so many girls here. It's kind of an honor to get to spend time out there with them.
Every year we come back, there's more and more girls in the lineup at J-Bay, which is so cool. And being able to inspire, you know, even just one young girl out there is like why we do what we do. It makes Rising Tides like so special.
Come here and like surf really good J-Bay with all of my heroes. I think it's really awesome.
There's obviously been an increase in females in the lineup. Hopefully in the next few years we get equal amount of guys and girls out in the lineup and just showing the guys that we can also rip.
If I can make a little girl's day and go catch a wave with them, I'll do it anytime I can.
The performance levels of the surfer girls are rising, and it's for a variety of reasons, but the rising tides is definitely one of them.
I don't know. I love to see it. I can't wait to see them in a few more years. I'm sure they'll be rivaling us out there in the contest, so it'll be cool.
Hopefully I can be like them when I'm older. For that to be your job, that's like the best job in the world.
These girls now go back to their towns and their communities, and they just feel like we can be the next champ, you know? We can be a part of this bigger picture.
How good was that?
Pretty sick.
Yeah, and
So
what
rad.
what a perfect wave right there for all the girls to surf. That's epic.
Well, do you know what happens too when you come here to J-Bay when you're a Grom? That's like the entry level, right? You surf the points and you graduate out to Super Tubes. So that's kind of the proving ground, and then you get to surf the more perfect waves up the points. So cool to see so many young girls paddling out with their heroes.
Yeah, that was rad. Well, you know what's rad? The top 5 moments of today. We got some top 5 moments for you. There's some big moments today. It was a big day of competition. It's an exciting day of competition. Exciting what? Flying planes? Where was Matthew McGillivray? For number 5, Jesse. Look at this entrance by Matty McGillivray.
I mean, he was doing side flips before he even got to the water. Very impressive from him. And I was actually talking to someone on my way here on the airport, like he should jump off the plane and just...
He heard you.
Base jump in. And that's what he did. I did not talk to him, though. I did not expect he was actually going to do that.
That's a great number 4, Caity Simmers, and her surfing out here in J-Bay.
Oh man, it just seems like she suits this wave so well. But in a post-heat interview, she said she struggled to get over like a 4-point ride, a 5-point ride, and she's doing so well here, really figuring this place out in the elimination round.
Yeah, sharp rail work by the defending world champ. Number 3, Jack Robinson and his performance out here, Jesse.
I mean, Jack Robbo is such a scary guy anywhere. Beautiful ollie-oop, very tricky to land. You can see he has to put a lot of pressure on that front foot to put the board down, but this is what's impressive. How's that entry for the barrel? So much chandelier, he probably could not see anything in front, and then regroups once again, gets another second bonus section right there. He knows the barrel better than anyone.
Yeah, bending water. Jack Robinson. Fans love him too. And number 2, Air Yago, Rosie.
This was just incredible. I think you talk about creativity as part of the criteria. This is just such a great example of it. And chatting to Yago after this heat, just mentioning, you know, he was a little bit scared going so fast at the section.
I would be too.
And flying, you said, Jesse, like the bravery to like huck it without knowing, like on your backhand, just attempt that section.
Oh.
And I think he expected for the air to be landed a little bit earlier, so he starts to extend, and then he kind of gets almost away from the board and then compresses all the way down to the knees. Very impressive. And
that was a 9.33, but how about our number 1 moment today? This is a 9.43 for the big brood, Jordy Smith.
Yeah, you know, this one was just, it was just goosebumps. I heard the crowd erupt and everyone just going mad. Just such a big moment for Jordy to meet the timing of this and to be against a fellow South African, Luke Thompson. Everyone is here behind him, backing him, and they know the gravity of the moment.
And with the back against the wall too, against the Grom that is coming up from the same town as him, so he needed to show that he was still the owner of the country. So it was a big pressure for him to do it.
Thank you, Jesse. Thank you, Rosie. Can someone pass me a beer right here? It is a little bit difficult.
You got it.
All right. So we're going to toast the end of day number 2 here at the Corona Cero Open J-Bay. Well done. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Rosie.
See you guys tomorrow.
Thank you, Jesse. And we'll see you folks tomorrow. Check in at worldsurfleague.com, 7:15 local South African time for a possible 7:30 start. Cheers.
With the heat, bringing that action till mission's complete. It's automatic, adrenaline addict, life is cinematic, and I'm on the scene. Please, you don't want drama with me. Might meet your maker, player, make you cease. Might start a rager, break up everything. You don't want enemies, there is no remedy. Let's go. get it. I'm bout it, you bout it. I'm with it, you with it. We go the mile and don't waste a minute. I had no limits, I'm about to chill it. I'm on a mission. Let's go get it. I'm bout it, you bout it. I'm with it, you with it. We go the mile and don't waste a minute. I have no limits, I think it, I will it. Lights, cameras, ready, let's go. Ready for the world and I'm ready for some more. The movement is moving, we the main attraction. And we bringing that action. Lights, cameras, ready, let's go. Ready for the world and I'm ready for some more. The movement is moving, we the main attraction. And we bringing that action. Action.
Bring that action. Bring that action.
Bringing that action.
Bring that action. Bring that action.
Action.
Bring that action. Bring that action.
Bringing that action.
Bring that action. Bring that action.
Lights, cameras, ready, let's go. Ready for the world and I'm ready for some more. The movement is moving, we the main attraction. And we bringing that action. Lights, cameras, ready, let's go. Ready for the world and I'm ready for some more. The movement is moving, we the main attraction. And we bringing that action. Action.
Bring that action. Bring that action.
Bringing that action.
Bring that action. Bring that action.
Action.
Bring that action.
Bringing that action.
Bring that action. Bring that action.
Action.
Bring that action. Bring that action.
Bringing that action.
Bring that action. Bring that action.
Action.
Bring that action.
Bringing that action.
Bring that action. Bring that action.
By the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.